Smarterfan. Smarterfan. Yeah. Smarterfan.
Hey, everybody, welcome to another segment of Smarterfan Podcast, where we bring you behind the veil of sports, business, and life. I'm Joe, and this is Barry. How you doing, Barry?
I'm doing wonderful, Joe, but there is so much going on in the world of sports, NFL, NBA, soccer, softball, field hockey.
Yeah.
Everything is going on in the world of sports. I think I don't realize that sports has become probably the maybe one or two global employer on the planet.
Well, they definitely got the best health plan, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. What you got going on tonight?
Tonight, I'm going to talk about the other number 8 that played for the Yankees, Bill Dickey. All right. So now he was one of 7 children, and his father, John, and his older brother, Gus, both played semi-pro baseball. Now, his younger brother, George, went on to play in the majors as a catcher. And now he played high school ball in Searcy, Arkansas as a second baseman and a pitcher. And he played baseball and football at Little Rock College. Now, as fate would have it, he substituted for a friend on a semi-pro team in Hot Springs as a catcher, and a minor league scout was there, and he got the minor league scout's attention. So the scout signed him to play for the Little Rock Travelers. Now, he made his debut at 18 in 1925 with Little Rock, and he also played for Muskogee and the Jackson Senators. Now Jackson waived him after the 27th season, and the Yankees bought his contract. So now he quickly moved through their system because that's how good he was. And he made his major league debut with the Yankees in August of 1928. Now, he played his first full season in 29, replacing Benny Bengo. And this was a Wally Pipp situation where Bengo got hurt, Dickey took over, and that was that. He never lost a position.
Wow.
So now he hit 324 as a rookie, and he led all catchers with 95 assists and 13 double plays.
Man was working.
Oh, yeah. And in 30, he hit 339. In 31, he hit 327, and he only made 3 errors that year. So now his offensive production was overshadowed by Ruth and Garrett, but as a catcher, he was putting up the numbers, during the late 30s. Now, his batting average of 362 in 1936 was the highest single-season average ever recorded by a catcher until it was tied by Mike Piazza in 97. And then Joe Mauer beat it in 2009 when he hit 365. So now the 41 season marked his 13th year in which he caught at least 100 games, which was an MLB record at the time. Now, by 42, he was considered to be fading, but he had a bounce back year in 43 and hit 351.
Machine. The man is a machine.
Yeah, and he hit the title-clinching home run in the World Series. So there you have it.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. The man is a machine.
Yeah. So now, after serving in the Navy, he returned to the Yankees in 46 as a player manager before he retired with a lifetime average of 313. So now, he briefly managed in the minors before returning to the Yankees in 49 as a first base coach and catching instructor. So now he taught and mentored Yogi Berra.
Wow.
He taught him everything he knew. So, and he went on to be a Hall of Fame catcher himself.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So Berra inherited his number 8. So Dickey wore number 33 as a coach, and he later instructed Elston Howard. So now he also appeared as himself in the movie Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
You know, and he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in '54, and in '72 the Yankees retired number 8 in honor of Dickey and Berra. So now in '88 they were honored with plaques in Monument Park. So he died in '93 in Little Rock, Arkansas, at the age of 86. In '99, he was ranked by the Sporting News as one of baseball's greatest catchers, along with Johnny Bench, Josh Gibson, Yogi Berra, and Roy Campanella.
That's right.
So now he said that he considered Berra the greatest catcher of all time. So
Okay.
So, I mean, the man, he was a great catcher, and he was a great mentor.
They don't make them like that no more, Joe.
No, they don't. No, they
Yep.
don't. And he was a hitting machine.
Yeah. I mean, 100 straight games, and these guys can't get through a season.
Yeah, right? Right?
I mean, you're crouching, you're throwing, you're twisting. Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Yes, he was.
Mm.
So what's going on with Shador?
Oh, man, I had somebody get me in the corner again. What? Talking about Cleveland, talking about Shador. They was mad, Joe, that he did what he did, with limited reps, not getting no real light. But this is what the work ethic, and doing whatever he had to do to be ready when you're called, and showed out. So people mad, Joe. They mad, Joe. They mad.
Yeah.
I said, why are you so mad? If he's so terrible, he should have had a terrible showing. I said, I'm a little confused. I know Flacco ain't really going to play, but how is Pickett and Dillon not prepared to play?
They're hurt.
That's hurt doing what? They ain't hitting?
I don't know what happened, but they're both hurt. That's why he got to play.
This is crazy. This is such theater. It's such theater. This is like, okay, all right, Cleveland. I'm trying to tell them, y'all if y'all fumble this ball, and they brought another quarterback in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is why I say what I say. You always have the bottom 15. You have some franchises who just can't get it right. No matter how you lay out the red carpet, they're going to screw it up.
Yeah.
They're just going to screw it up. And I'm sitting here going, man, don't let him go to the Jags. Don't let him go to the Jags. And be sitting there. I'm telling you, if he ends up with the Jags back with Travis, man, you think you're seeing the media circus now? He'd be on steroids.
Yeah, well,
He'd
Cleveland.
be on steroids. But, the young man is playing it well, handling it well.
Yeah, he is.
And just winning. And so people talk about whatever they want to talk about, but he just keeps winning.
Yep.
And, I have a little theory that it's two things are going to happen, in my opinion. I don't think, Joe, Stefanski and Barry going to someone's going. Either Shador's going or they're going.
Yeah. Well, it's usually the coach. It's not the player.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. It's interesting. But he's handling it well. He's performing well, and he's auditioning. So all of y'all who passed up on me for whatever reason, if it don't work out in here in Cleveland, you're getting to see my work ethic and seeing my production, what I can bring to a team and make it happen. Because you really look at it, they tried to kind of the same thing happened to Baker Mayfield. While
Yeah.
in Cleveland, just upside down. The guy comes out of college. He does, and the whole franchise front office is a hot mess.
Yes, they are. They
You
are.
know, and he goes on the Bucks, and he's in his groove, and he's productive and doing well. And trying to tell you, it's going to be interesting times. Interesting times, Joe.
Well, I'm gonna piggyback on that.
Okay,
The,
what you
uh,
got?
the the Steelers and the Jags. Now I know it's preseason and all,
Mhm.
but the reserve veterans were showing out because now they only got 3 games to do this to show what they got. Because they cut the preseason down to 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
So, the reserve veterans were showing out. And the rookies, not so much. Caleb Johnson, he averaged 2.5 yards on 8 carries. So, they got to get it together. Travis Hunter played on both sides of the ball,
Mm-hmm.
but he had a quiet day also. With 10 snaps on offense, he had 2 catches for 9 yards. And,
They need a quarterback. They need a quarterback badly. They really do. I don't know what's wrong with Trevor. I don't know if it's the scheme, but he looks like nothing like he did in Clemson. I mean, I don't know. The play calling is terrible. I don't know. Joe, how can't you find a running back? I don't say you got to find Barry Sanders, but how can you not find a competent running back?
Well,
I don't get it.
Well, you talk about a franchise that's a hot mess.
Oh, that's right.
So now De'Ami Brown, he signed on as a free agent from the Commanders. So, and he's slated to be the number 2 or 3 receiver, depending on how much Hunter plays on offense.
Yeah, he's going to get to play. In my humble opinion, the problem is not Hunter. You got to have other receivers. They haven't even learned how to use, I think his name is Leggett from South Carolina. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that
you got to have an attack. You got to have a running back. You got to have a 1-2 or 1-1-2-3 receivers. You got to have a tight end. And I just don't understand. I don't understand. I don't know why they have. There's so much talent out there. And I don't know why they can't seem to get talent.
Yeah.
Production.
Hey, it starts at the top.
It really does. It really does. And as much as I hate to say it, I think to some level, the money has hurt the game.
Yes.
The money has hurt the game. And I always want players to get their money, but yeah.
Yeah, but it gets to a point where how much is enough?
Yeah, I mean, the production is just, I ain't got nothing. After 5 years, you should be better. Trevor is like, come on, man. But at the same time, the franchise has been in the toilet. Where's the production? Where running backs? Is this what you're paying scouts to bring to the team?
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Well,
I don't get it.
Speaking of teams, the Cowboys and the Rams tangled. And backup Joe Milton III started. He's in his 2nd year and he's still experiencing growing pains.
He will.
With accuracy issues. And the coaches, they want him to make the easy play and not always trust his big arm. So, now that reminds me of another quarterback the Cowboys had named Gary Hogaboom.
Yeah.
And Don Meredith used to always say, "Oh, this kid's in love with his arm."
Yeah, well.
So that seems to be what's happening here with this kid. But we'll have to see how it pans out. He's going to back up Dak, so he better be ready.
Yeah, he needs to be ready. There's a maturation process, and it's like a double-edged sword. if you don't have someone who understands the lay of the land and help you understand how to be a pro, and they just latch on to your talent. But if the talent's not developed, you don't develop any skill.
Exactly.
And you don't develop any mastery, you're going to be out of the league.
Yep.
It's
So,
then you got to develop leadership skills.
Yeah.
And so it's
Well,
kind of a thing that I just believe all athletes should have a sports psychologist. I really do.
Well, speaking of sports psychologists, what's going on with Formula One? Because Lewis is having a hell of a time.
Yeah, it's a little crazy. I love Lewis. He's the best in the world. It's a lot of, it's a lot of drama. Anytime you drive for Ferrari's trying to get back to the top, and that's why they did the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Mercedes is mad, which I don't understand, because you didn't want to pay him what he's worth and give him the things that he wanted. I mean, he's been winning for you. So
yeah.
Why are you mad? I mean, you didn't want to pay? Cool. Somebody else will. That's business.
Yeah, that's always the case. It's always the case.
If he wasn't productive, they'd cut him. And you'd say, oh, that's just business. So when the athlete does it, why are you all sensitive?
Yeah.
It's crazy. But Formula One has really taken another leap in the lexicon, in the US, with tracks and fans and all that stuff. Even American Express got a Formula One commercial now. So it's just amazing. I've always loved Formula One. Netflix and all the streaming platforms have some sort of Formula One, story of the heroes of the past, the game of the future. Mm-hmm. So it's an exciting time for Formula One. You have the big movie with Brad Pitt and that other young man, and
I want to see that movie.
It's a great movie. If you're gonna see it, I tell you want to see it on the IMAX.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a whole different experience. It's like it's like you're there.
Yeah.
And the sound is incredible, and it's a good storyline. It's a great storyline. Oh yeah. You'll enjoy it.
Now, one thing, Verstappen was right about one thing. He said McLaren was the team to beat, and damn if that wasn't true.
Yeah, I mean, it's truly a game of inches, and probably in Formula One it's more centimeters. And when you get it dialed in, and the car dialed in, the team dialed in, and you can go on a run. You can go on a run. Yeah. And McLaren is a legacy brand. Yeah. We've been there since the beginning. So it's an interesting time.
And they got two great drivers who are vying for the championship.
Yeah.
So because I think they're 1 and 2 in the rankings, I believe.
I wouldn't be surprised, bro. They've been coming, and then they've been grinding, and here they are.
Mm-hmm.
Here they are. Yep. But it's exciting, man. Formula One. Whoo.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I love everything about Formula One.
Oh yeah, it's great to watch. I remember I used to watch the Indy cars back in the 70s with Jackie Stewart and AJ Foyt and all of those guys.
Yeah, so. and Michael Andretti's back. I think he's with GM. GM is getting into the game, I believe.
Yeah, they're trying to bring Cadillac in.
Yeah, so that name alone is going to bring so many people back to Formula One to see what because his father, him, had success. So
yeah. So
I didn't even know the Andrettis were from Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot going on. It's gonna be a lot of fights.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of fights, brother.
Well, we'll see. We'll have to see how that pans out with Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, he'll get it together. He always does.
But anyway, we had a few milestones in Major League Baseball.
Here we go. What we got?
Jen Powell became the first female umpire to work in the majors in the regular season.
Really?
Yep. So she was on the bases. She started out on first, and then she worked third, and then she was behind the plate against the Braves and the Marlins, and she got a lot of praise from both managers.
Mm-hmm.
She kept her cool. She knew she was going to be under the microscope.
Mm-hmm.
And she called a fair game, and everybody was happy. No complaints. So, she's hopefully she'll be here to stay, because she worked in the minor league system, and then they brought her up through the ranks. So she's got to just be consistent, and she'll do all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now Cal Raleigh, he hit his 45th home run, joining Ken Griffey Jr. as the only Mariners to hit 45 home runs in a season.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Now this also puts him in the tie for second with Johnny Bench, all time for the most homers by a catcher in a season. So
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's in good company.
He's in good company.
Now Justin Verlander, he struck out the side in the first inning against the Nats and became the 10th pitcher to have 3,500 strikeouts.
What?
Yeah. So
that's amazing.
Oh yeah, he's been dealing, but he's been having a rough season. They lost that game 8-0, despite his milestone. And he's got a 1-9 record in 20 starts. So at 42, you got to wonder if he has anything left in the tank.
Well, you got to manage that stuff. You got to be able to manage that stuff. See, a lot of this stuff comes down to coaching, and I just see a lot of lazy coaching. You got to learn how to. If you can't live on youth. Youth will carry you, but it also comes with a downside: lack of experience, lack of maturity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to know how to work your vets. They may not need to play every day. You may just put them in when it's money time.
True.
Go
ahead.
I was listening to, stories about the Ravens and the Nagata, the nose tackle. He used to not practice.
Yeah.
And people were like, why don't he have to practice? You see what he does in the game?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they realize first of all, it's a very violent position. Every play is violent.
Yeah, that position. Yeah.
So do we wear him down and risk injury, or do we keep him for money time? And he was mature enough to be able to handle it, never missed an assignment, always dominant. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, okay, let's preserve him. Let's preserve this investment. And it worked out. But, not every player can do that or handle that. And sometimes as a player, you just need reps to get your mind, your body, all that stuff, all those juices going. And I think doing it that way, having time off like that, and then playing the game, that's challenging.
Down towards the end, the Cowboys were doing that with Tyron Smith.
Okay.
They were holding him out of practices and then just putting him in the game.
And putting him in the game. Well, when you're that good, you're that good, my friend.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to stop right there.
I was just going. I have one more thing. Well, listen, man, this is a lot of fun. I can't believe we're in August, Joe. We're in August.
Oh, I know. We're almost halfway through August.
Yeah, that's even scarier.
Yeah.
And so, man, exciting times at Ridgemont High. So as we always say on Smarterfan podcast, Joe,
stay in the game.
Stay in the game, folks. See you next week. And we got a special surprise coming out of the Pittsburgh Steelers, a retired player that I got to speak to earlier this week who's coming on the last Monday of the month. So you don't want to miss that, folks. And we always have something special for you on Smarterfan Podcast.
All right.
Good night. Have a good one. All right, buddy.
Good night, all.
Smarterfan. Smarterfan. Yeah.